This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
It is 4:27 here on our Thursday morning. Thanks for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Indiana. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. We begin with news that broke yesterday afternoon. These four men arrested for a quadruple homicide that happened earlier this month.
Yeah, that's that one on the northeast side of town where four people were killed at an apartment complex. And IMPD opened up a special hotline for tips for 48 hours. We learned at a press conference yesterday with the mayor and police chief that they have arrested those four suspects in this robbery and murder case. So we're going to be keeping you updated on that. We also have information on the four victims' funerals that are coming up for their grieving families and that community. Plus, we're just taking a look at what's being done to stop the violence, maybe what worked here that was helpful to get police the correct tips to get to the right suspects. We're going to be breaking down that entire case for you coming up with Kelsey Anderson.
We also have an important Call 6 Investigate story you will not want to miss. Teachers being terrorized in their own classrooms by their students physically harming them.
Yeah, this was a long study done by our Kara Kenny, and she's looking at teachers, what they're saying about injuries they're sustaining in the classroom, parents, what they're saying in reaction to this. Some parents are saying, well, my child has this or this. What am I supposed to do? How can I help them? And so we're breaking down the numbers, the reaction, what schools are doing, and what you can do as a parent, what you need to know, because this could also impact your child's safety. Even if they're not involved in something like this, they're still in that classroom.
Yeah, so this will be a very interesting story to see, and we'll have more tonight on the news. So this is something you'll want to watch this morning and this evening as well. Talking about this evening, too, it is, well, cold out there this morning. The cold is going to continue throughout the day. Thankfully, though, that sun is sticking around.
That's right. So yesterday was a pretty nice day. It was a little chilly outside, but we did see that sunshine, and today we will eventually see it again. We're going to start a little bit cloudy this morning and cold start as well. Those temperatures in the 20s feels a little bit more like the teens because of a wind chill out of the north right now. And then we are going to see those clouds decrease rather as we head through the day. So we will see some sunshine by this afternoon, but you can see those highs barely creeping close to 30 degrees. So it is going to be a chilly day. We're going to continue to see those temperatures recover a little bit over the next couple days, but tomorrow morning is going to be our coldest morning with those temperatures in the teens. So that's the day we're going to need to bundle up, and then we are going to see a pretty nice weekend ahead.
All right, love to hear it, Alyssa. Thank you. And finally, today in our Hiring Hoosiers, it's Girl Scout cookie season. That is no secret. But did you know that the Girl Scouts is the largest girl-led business, and it teaches them skills like entrepreneurship, communication, money management? We're going to look inside how Girl Scout cookie sales is more than just a fundraiser. We've got that story, plus news, weather, and traffic to start your Thursday.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
4 teens are set to appear in court in connection to a quadruple homicide. What Metro Police say helped lead to those arrests.
A big development project being proposed in Carmel. Why the plan could cause some shops and restaurants to relocate.
And a local wildlife organization is looking for help to find this missing tortoise. Why they believe the reptile was stolen from its enclosure. Here at 4:30 on your Thursday morning, we want to welcome you in. I'm Meredith Barrick.
And I'm Lauren Casey. Alyssa Donovan here is here to break down our forecast today. And yesterday it was cold, but the sunshine made it feel like spring is really close by.
You know, I saw a lot of people outside and taking advantage of the nicer weather. You know, at least it wasn't a doom and gloom day, and we had some sunshine. We're going to see that sunshine again this afternoon, but we are going to start a little bit cloudy, a little cool this morning. We are in the 20s across the area. It's 25 degrees right now in Indianapolis, 22 up in Peru and Tipton. Feels a little chillier than that. We have a wind out of the north that's making it feel a little bit more like the teens this morning across the area. So you'll want to bundle up because you're definitely going to feel that chill when you step outside. So what's going on right now is we have that high pressure in control that's keeping clear skies to the north and also keeping us dry. But to the south of us, we have this system moving across the area. Now that looks a little bit more threatening than it is. What it's only going to do for us is bring us some cloud coverage. So we're not expecting that precipitation that you saw on the map to make its way into central Indiana as we head through the day. Just a little bit of cloud coverage to start our day, and then we'll start to see that clear out by the afternoon. So we're starting in the 20s with cloudy skies, and then we'll start to see that clearing throughout the day. Mostly sunny by the afternoon, highs only into the upper 20s.
All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. We're keeping a close eye on your roads as you're heading out there. This is on the northwest side, I-65 here in 56th Street. You can see traffic is moving along just fine this morning. No issues to slow you down. So let's take you over to the northeast side, give you a look at I-465 here and Binford Boulevard, I-69. You can see that traffic is moving along up to speed. Still pretty quiet out there on the northeast side this morning. Here at 4:32, 4 suspects arrested in connection to that quadruple homicide that happened on the northeast side. These folks are due in court today.
Rodriguez Anderson, Cameron Banks, Desmond Banks, and LaShawn Watkins all face murder and robbery charges related to the shooting at the Carriage House East Apartments 2 weeks ago. 3 of the suspects are 19, 1 is 17. Police believe the shootings happened during a planned robbery. Now, investigators worked extra hours and manned a special 48-hour tip line to make a break in the case. Mayor Joe Hogsett commended Metro Police on their work in a press conference Wednesday. But IMPD Police Chief Randall Taylor says that the community also played a big role in getting answers.
We see certain things, but it's much better if we're hearing from the community and we can get officers in that area to try to help with that or bring other resources in. Don't wait till we find it. Let us know what's going on.
Chief Taylor just began leading the department in January as Metro Police looks to solve the city's other unsolved murders. He says he hopes the community will continue to do its part.
Funeral services for the victims in that quadruple homicide will be held this week. 20-year-old Marcel Wills and 19-year-old Jalen Roberts will be laid to rest today. Funerals for 21-year-old Braxton Ford and 21-year-old Kamari Hunt are on Saturday. You can find more information on the arrangements on the RTV6 app. One way the city of Indianapolis is trying to reduce violence is through an organization called Voices. It's a treatment program that provides services to court-appointed boys of middle and high school age. Officials with Voices say the program is meant to address the cumulative effects of violence, trauma, cyclical poverty, and limited high-quality educational opportunities. Last year, Voices received one of Indianapolis's 2019 violence prevention grants, and they say the funding has made a major difference.
Was huge. We're a really small organization, and so when we get grant awards like that, that allows us to be able to be really intentional in the work that we're doing. So we're able to bring on additional staff to do that one-on-one care or that relationship building with kids. We're able to get out into the community more. Just that having that extra resources for an organization like this it makes a world of difference.
Voices tries to expose boys to educational enrichment, cognitive, behavioral, and art therapies, self-expression workshops, life skills groups, and community engagement projects. The organization says only 11% of the boys involved in the program have reoffended.
A former Colts wide receiver is in a Texas jail being held without bond this morning. Federal agents say Quan Bray was a passenger in a vehicle busted with 157 pounds of marijuana inside. Bray was riding with NFL offensive tackle Greg Robinson at the time. Authorities say they found several large duffel bags with the marijuana and $3,100 in cash in the vehicle. They're being charged with conspiracy to possess marijuana and intent to distribute. Bray played for the Colts from 2015 to 2017.
A newborn baby was safely surrendered at a Northeast Indiana safe haven baby box. The baby girl was immediately recovered from the box in New Haven and taken to a local hospital. The box had just been installed at the community's fire station less than 2 months ago. Officials say the newborn will be released from the hospital and placed with the Department of Child Services. This is the 6th baby to be surrendered and in an Indiana baby box in the past 2 years.
More than 2,100 people have died from the coronavirus around the world. That's according to the latest update. Now, a global company based in Indiana is taking steps to help fight the outbreak. Cummins is donating medical supplies for hospitals in Wuhan, China area, the center of the outbreak. The engine manufacturer has a significant presence in China. Some of the supplies have already arrived.
A proposal to make major changes in Carmel is expected to go before the council in the next few months. A developer wants to build luxury condos at 126th and Rangeline Road. The plan does not include commercial space, so the shops and restaurants currently on that property would have to find a new location. For some workers and residents, the possible new development is bittersweet.
I think condos are important. There are a lot of new families coming in, but I think the businesses are important as well. Some of them are so niche, and people love having small restaurants close by.
I think it's great for the city. It's changed so much since I've been here, and I really like seeing what's going on. I love the ice rink at Christmas time and all the different things. I like the statues that they're putting in the roundabouts. But so it's got pluses and minuses, and in the long run, I think it's good for the city. It's just sad to leave.
City leaders say when the time comes, they will work with businesses impacted by any changes. We will continue to follow the proposal and let you know when it is presented to the Carmel City Council.
It is 4:37 this morning. A Carmel Wildlife Preserve is asking for your help to find a missing animal, and it's not suspected of making a speedy getaway. Cool Creek Park and Nature Center believes someone stole its Russian tortoise named Sputnik. He disappeared sometime over the weekend while the park was open. According to a Facebook post, the park thinks someone may have stolen him from his tank. Staff members are worried about Sputnik's health and safety. If you have any information, please call the park at 317-774-2500.
A billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. And no, I'm not talking about Donald Trump.
Democratic candidates targeting billionaire Michael Bloomberg in his first appearance on the debate stage. The fiery exchanges as candidates battle for the Nevada caucus.
And the popular video app TikTok giving parents more control over their kids' content. The features it's rolling out to manage activity and time spent on that platform. Alyssa.
And we're starting chilly and cloudy this morning, but we'll clear to some sunshine later today. Highs only into the 20s. We are going to warm up as we head towards the weekend. All of the details coming up.
La Quinta, tomorrow you triumph.
Welcome back. It is 4:41 here on your Thursday, and we're keeping a close eye on traffic. Here's a live look on the west side, I-465 near Sam Jones Expressway. Traffic already picking up there at this early hour. We'll keep our eyes on your roads and keep you updated on any delays.
Democrats coming out swinging with most of the blows landing on billionaire Michael Bloomberg. Debate number 9 quickly turned into an all-out brawl in Las Vegas as Bloomberg made his first appearance on the stage. The candidates also took aim at Senator Bernie Sanders as the current frontrunner. ABC's Kenneth Moten has more.
The 2020 Democratic rivals wasted no time denouncing the newcomer on stage.
A billionaire who calls women fat broads and horse-faced lesbians. And no, I'm not talking about Donald Trump.
Former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg hit back, saying he was the only candidate who could defeat President Trump.
I'm a New Yorker. I know how to take on an arrogant con man like Donald Trump.
Bloomberg apologized for the policing policy known as stop and frisk, which he defended as recently as last year, that overwhelmingly targeted people of color.
I've apologized, I've asked for forgiveness. There is no great answer to a lot of these problems. And if we took off everybody that was wrong off this panel, everybody that was wrong on criminal justice at some time in their careers, there'd be nobody else up here.
The field also attacked the emerging frontrunner, Senator Bernie Sanders, who was forced to defend his health care and economic policies.
I believe in democratic socialism for working people, not billionaires. Health care for all.
The best-known socialist in the country happens to be a millionaire with 3 houses. What'd I miss here?
Senator Amy Klobuchar and former Mayor Pete Buttigieg competing for the same moderate voters, clashing several times. Once over Klobuchar recently not knowing the name of the president of Mexico.
Are you trying to say that I'm dumb, or are you mocking me here, Pete?
I'm saying that you shouldn't trivialize
I made
that
an error.
Former Vice President Joe Biden slipping in the polls, touting his record.
I'm the only one on this stage that actually got anything done on health care. Okay?
Kenneth Moten, ABC News, New York.
After much controversy, former Trump advisor Roger Stone is set to be sentenced today. Stone was convicted of lying to Congress, obstruction, and witness tampering in the Russia probe. All 4 federal prosecutors in his case quit last week after Attorney General William Barr retracted their sentencing recommendation. They asked him to serve 7 to 9 years in prison. Barr took that back after President Trump criticized the recommendation, saying it was too harsh. Now it's up to the judge to decide later today.
Fans in Brooklyn and top artists are mourning the loss of rising rapper rapper Pop Smoke. Last night, a tribute was held in the neighborhood where he was reportedly shot, or where he reportedly shot some of his first music videos, that is. The 20-year-old artist was killed during a home invasion in Hollywood, California yesterday morning. Police say up to 6 attackers were involved, but no arrests have been made. Fans in his hometown say he was an inspiration.
Motivated this whole neighborhood, made us all want to be great. He showed us what really can happen if you work hard.
Several top entertainers also mourned Pop Smoke on Twitter, including Nicki Minaj and 50 Cent.
Australian and U.S. firefighters are getting a 70-foot tall thank you after months of battling those devastating bushfires. The New South Wales Rural Fire Service put out a message on a billboard in New York City's Times Square to show appreciation in, quote, the biggest way possible. It says, imagine fighting a bushfire higher than this billboard, quote, and then thanks to the firefighters for defending Australia. The advertising company that owned the space donated the board. The massive fires in New South Wales state were finally declared contained last week. Back here at home at 4:45, we got to get a check of our chilly forecast today, Alyssa.
Yes, it's a chilly start. Temperatures are in the 20s across the area, but it actually feels a little cooler than that because we do have these northerly winds, just a little breezy right now, about 13 miles per hour in Indianapolis, so that's making it feel a little bit more like the teens this morning as you step outside. Starting with some cloud coverage as well. Cloudy skies right across Indianapolis. We are going to start cloudy, but we're not going to stay cloudy. We'll see some sunshine again this afternoon. Here's what it feels like as you step outside. While those temperatures are in the 20s, feels a little bit more like 14 degrees right now in Indianapolis because of those winds coming out of the north. What's going on is we have high pressure to the north. That's keeping us dry, and it has brought us that sunshine that we saw yesterday. As we head through the day, we have this system just off to our south. Now that looks a little bit more threatening than it is. That's really going to just cross to the south of us. All it's going to do is bring us a little bit of cloud coverage this morning and into the early afternoon before things clear out. We're not expecting any of that precipitation to make it up into the Indianapolis area. So here's a look at TrueCast. We're starting with those temperatures in the 20s, and then we are starting with those cloudy skies, and then we'll start to see a little bit of clearing by the noon hour, so it will be partly cloudy right around that time. Temperatures will climb into the upper 20s, and that's where we're going to stay today for our daytime highs. And you can see we do have just a few light flurries on our map there to the north. That's just some lake effect snow coming off of Lake Michigan. Most of us are not going to see that activity, but you are seeing it on the map right now. Most of us will be sunny by the evening today as that high pressure returns to control. Temperatures by tomorrow morning are going to be our chilliest in the forecast. We'll be into the teens across the area, right around 13 degrees in Indianapolis to start your morning. And then taking a look at the weekend, things are looking pretty good. We do have a system that's coming in Sunday, but late Sunday likely will impact us overnight into Monday morning. So Saturday and Sunday looking pretty good. Those temperatures into the 50s by Sunday. So some drier conditions and warmer conditions are on the way just in time for the weekend. Today, starting in the 20s this morning with a little bit of cloud coverage to start. We'll start to see that clear out right around the noon hour and into the early afternoon. We will see that sunshine. Highs today only into the upper 20s. So tomorrow morning is going to be our chilliest day with those temperatures dropping into the teens. It is chilly this morning with those wind chills making it feel like the teens, and then temperatures will climb a little bit each day as we head through the weekend. We're into the 50s by Sunday. By Sunday night, a rain system moves in. That's going to bring us rain late Sunday and into Monday morning.
All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. We are keeping a close eye on your roads this morning. Just took a check around the metro area, and there are no delays or crashes. That is good news. Here's a look right now in the downtown area. I-65 and I-70 at the north split. You can see traffic's moving along just fine through that area. So let's take you out to the west side. I-465 and I-74. We'll continue to keep a close eye on your roads and let you know if you need to reroute at all this morning.
The popular video app TikTok is working to give parents more control over how teenagers use it. The platform just rolled out a new feature called Family Safe Mode. It lets parents manage their kids' activities and their time spent on the app. For example, parents can turn off direct messages, restrict content, and set time limits. Right now, it's only available in some European countries. TikTok has not said if or when it plans to launch in the U.S.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have set a date for their transition from royalty. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have said March 31st as the date for the 12-month transition period to begin. Prince Harry will keep his honorary military titles, the ranks of Major, Lieutenant Commander, and Squadron Leader, but he won't be able to use them during the one-year period. The use of the word royal by the couple is also under review, according to a palace source. Discussions are still underway, but the term will likely be taken away from the Sussex's branding.
If you're a frequent flyer, you may have noticed more people waiting around the airport this past year. The Transportation Department says the number of delayed and canceled flights were both up in 2019, and travelers were often stuck waiting longer than usual. However, it seems most people almost expect it now. The number of complaints filed was nearly the same as 2018. The most punctual airlines last year were Hawaiian and Delta.
Doctors are pushing for a brain physical to be added to a regular checkup. They say it could change the way Alzheimer's is diagnosed. It's a 10-minute test on an iPad that challenges your cognitive ability like memory and processing times. Doctors say it's also a much less expensive way to test for Alzheimer's than the current method.
Hockey fans, the Chipotle restaurant chain has a perk for you tomorrow. The company says you will be able to get 2 meals for the price of 1, but only if you show up in a hockey jersey. You also have to eat inside the restaurant. Their promotion is part of celebrations marking the 40th anniversary of the Miracle on Ice. That is when the U.S. national hockey team beat the highly favored Soviet team in the Winter Olympics. I think I could do that. Burger King is advertising a new Whopper with mold after the break. The message behind the new stomach turning campaign.
The workout and training are vital, but just as critical, what they can say when you call 911. That story at 6 a.m. when I joined Lauren and Meredith for Good Morning, Indiana.
I'm Vinny Politan. Coming up today on Court TV, we're live in New York City from our New York studios with day 3 of jury deliberations in the Harvey Weinstein rape trial. The jury has asked for a lot of information, readbacks of testimony, re-instruction on what the law is. They want to take a look at emails that were sent. All of this as Harvey Weinstein once again has to wonder whether or not when he walks into the courtroom in the morning, will he be walking out at the end of the day, or will this jury come back with a guilty verdict? We are live in New York today on Court TV.
And don't forget, you can watch the all-new Court TV live right on your mobile device by visiting CourtTV.com. It is 4:51. Stick around. We'll be right back. It is 4:55 here on your Thursday. This is a live look in the downtown area, I-65 at Washington Street. Traffic through downtown is traveling up to speed. We'll keep you updated.
All right, Burger King is using an interesting ad campaign to talk about preservatives, and it features a moldy Whopper. The fast food chain just released a stomach-churning ad. It shows its all-natural Whopper slowly rotting over the course of 34 days. The burger decays into a green and blue mess with the tag, "The beauty of no artificial preservatives." The natural Whopper is already available in hundreds of Burger King restaurants and will reach all locations throughout the year. I cannot look at that.
No.
Oof.
I'll take my Whopper with a side of preservatives. Thanks. All right, on a much tastier note, Cheesecake Factory is bringing a new line of sweet desserts. The restaurant chain announcing a release of a line of ice cream. We can all get behind that.
Yes.
It's partnering with Wells Enterprises, which produces Blue Bunny and Halo Top brands. These are 7 Cheesecake Factory flavors, including chocolate, cookies and cream, and key lime. The company says the flavors will have real cheesecake ingredients incorporated into the mix. The new ice cream is expected to hit grocery stores by April.
Okay, yes, that is something
that looks very delicious.
I am A-okay with. We can leave a video of ice cream all day long.
Yeah, oh yeah.
If you do opt for some ice cream today, major brain freeze going to happen.
I don't know if today is the day for ice cream, and I don't think tomorrow is either. Maybe hold off your ice cream until the weekend, because that's when our temperatures are going to warm back up to average. Right now, we are in the 20s this morning. We're only going to climb into the upper 20s this afternoon with mostly sunny skies. Tomorrow morning, we're in the teens, and then Friday, we are into the mid-30s with some sunshine still, and then we are going to warm up this weekend. We're into the 50s by Sunday, but then Sunday night into Monday, that's when we have some rain showers moving in to start next week.